So I was thinking to myself, can having a bigger or smaller avatar actually affect gameplay? It's pretty obvious that it can visually affect things, but what does this actually change? That's what we're going to find out today. It's pretty obvious after some testing that you cannot get out of this with a small avatar without using something like Yamo. Now, if I use a bigger avatar, it is actually possible to get out of this, which is quite interesting. And this would obviously provide a slight advantage in PvP. You're fighting over here, you get knocked down, you can just dash right out. Doesn't work 100% of the time, but most of the time it'll work quite well. And obviously, this has the same effect with any sort of Kakuja, because I'm still the same height, and this isn't actually just visual. My avatar is still bigger. Taki is just placed over my avatar at a slightly higher point, which is quite interesting. Another odd thing I've noticed is whenever you dash into these, you kind of fling forward, and it's most prominent when in this corner. And if you time it right, you can actually fling out really far, just like this. I've even made it all the way over here, which is pretty crazy. And another weird thing, this also works on the other side going the opposite direction, whereas it doesn't work if you try it the other way. It still kind of works, but it's not the same weird propelling physics. So I don't understand how that works. However, using a larger avatar, this is actually impossible due to you either walking over it on one side or on either side dashing into it flings you over it. So another weird physics thing I don't understand. Weird physics is one thing, and that can be very useful, but I want to test whether this could actually affect hitboxes of moves and allow you to hit an opponent easier. That would be much more significant than physics like this. I've discovered something really weird. Normally, jumping with R, you can hit a Taki. However, you actually don't with a big avatar. But at the same time, you still can by pressing R a split second before. This makes absolutely no sense, but it's the only thing I've found to affect gameplay. Sadly, this won't make you a PvP god, but it is interesting to know that this actually does affect gameplay very, very slightly. However, on the more fun side of things, your avatar is so big that you can jump up buildings just like this. You can even get all the way up here. Now, if you've used Yamo for any amount of time, you're going to be used to the struggles of being unable to walk through normal doors. However, there is this area here in the Kagane shop you can walk through. You can't with a big avatar. You have to use C to get anywhere. And another thing as well, using a big avatar in Yamo, you cannot eat bodies. You literally cannot eat bodies. You have to unequip to eat them. That's frickin' funny. Now if you were to switch to CCG and maybe equip your Arata, it might look a little weird, depending on how you made your avatar. Aratas and something like Taki K1 is built to go on a regular-sized blocky avatar, not some weird crap like this. So, might look a little bit weird. I have been using a bigger avatar recently, but not really to give myself an advantage in PvP, but more or less just because whenever physics screw up, they screw up worse, and it makes for some pretty freaking funny clips. And the only real things I could see this being an advantage for is if you're running away onto buildings like this, which is kind of a loser thing to do anyway, or just climbing up from the tracks, which that's not that big of an advantage. Say I'm down here, I can be halfway across or halfway away from a ladder. I can just I'm back up. It may be 1 second quicker to do this. It doesn't frickin' matter. And in conclusion, having a bigger or smaller avatar isn't going to do very much. However, using a bigger avatar might make you start flinging a bit more, which could be seen as an advantage in PvP, but honestly not really. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, and if you want to see more, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.